Oh, I hear someone's dog.
Yeah, I'm ready to go punch my dog. God.
And we're live.
Yep.
Well, you're legit live now, so only one person heard me.
Yeah. You're lucky.
At least it's one.
Oh, cock. Really? Really?
Who said cock in the family pranksters? Ah. That's not very family-like. Oh, someone said cock in the live chat, and their name is Family Pranksters, but I said that's not very family-like. Be back. I need to grab something.
Cool.
I'm so unprepared. Hey, that's what children do. They take up your time and they distract you. Alrighty.
What's up, everybody? So no one else is able to get on, just us?
Apparently it's just us for now. I'll keep an eye on my phone and chat and see if anyone else is wanting to come in here, but I also put an invitation on the actual music and discussions group that Corey Horrors made on Facebook. See if anyone else wants to join us on there, but no one's able to do it yet. So it might just be you and me, man.
You guys look bored. Well, I'm tired as fuck, so that probably has something to do with it.
Long day at work?
Huh?
Long day at work?
Oh no, I was off today, but I work 7 to 4 though. Every day, so yeah. I'm always tired, in other words.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Dick's out at 10 likes.
Wow.
Okay.
Can live streams get likes?
Yeah, you have 4 likes right now.
Wow, they're being generous.
Yeah.
4 likes.
Yeah.
Shit. But no, yeah. Basically just waiting for maybe a few more people to show up. There's 13 viewers at the moment. I did let the Metalhead box people know that there is going to be a live stream tonight, and to perhaps show up and watch and see me butcher this thing.
Yes, work can be a bitch.
Yeah, speaking of work, I actually just recently got my first person to call me for my independent painting business. They want me to come and give them a quote Friday, so hopefully he likes how much I quote him, and he's willing to actually agree for the job to be done using my services. So that'd be cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Which will be good, because then I'll have more things to show you guys. Because right now it's this Metalhead box will probably be the last thing for a bit, unless I somehow stumble across money, or unless this guy actually decides to, give my services a go. But yep.
So yeah.
Tainted Lord, aka Mr. Lee here. He says he saw Leon S. Kennedy shooting up some knights on Resident Evil 4. Okay. Are you playing Resident Evil 4, bud, or how did you see that?
Is he playing Resident Evil 4?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking. I don't know if I've actually played Resident Evil 4.
Shit, you're missing out if you haven't.
Is that the one where all the zombies are black people?
No, that's Resident Evil 5.
Ah, okay. So I've played a little bit of Resident Evil 5 then. Gotta say, that's pretty racist.
God. Well, I mean, it makes perfect sense though. Like, everybody thought it was racist, but it's like, if they were going to actually do something like that, like test some kind of biological weapon, area like that, in an area like Africa,
Yeah, like
where
a third world country.
Yeah,
Zimbabwe
they wouldn't do it in fucking Canada or the U.S. or some place like
super
that.
Obvious.
Yeah. So it makes perfect sense.
That's I still think that's pretty racist of the government to do, though. That's like, let's give all the black people AIDS. now let's give them the super virus.
Have you heard of the Death Doom band Ruin? I'm just reading the comments. It's Edgar Sanchez asked us if we heard of it. If we heard of that.
Oh, Mr. Sanchez. No, I haven't actually heard of Ruin.
Yeah, I haven't either. I'm not really a big doom metal person, so that's probably why.
I would be, but there's just personally a lot more intriguing stuff out there to listen to that I've already need to catch up on. But if I didn't have all that to try to catch up on and listen to, I probably would be all about the Doom and Death Doom, because I mean, Black Sabbath, hello, but
I don't really count Black Sabbath, but
you don't count them as a Doom band?
I guess. I mean, I don't know.
They're like the originators of Doom.
I don't know.
I guess you just count them as classic metal then?
Pretty much. I mean, yeah, I totally understand that they were kind of like the Doom or the Doom godfathers, so to speak, but I don't know.
Well, sort of like Pentagram too.
Yeah, I mean, I would consider Pentagram more. I like Pentagram. I don't know. Like I said, I'm just like, I like. It's not that I don't like doom metal. I just don't know a lot of doom metal bands. That's a better way to put it.
Fair enough. If you are interested,
it's not like a genre where I'm just like, crazy about. So
true. Well, if anyone is interested, or if you're interested, I do believe Banger Television did a episode on Doom and stuff like that. So if you want to check out some of the early stuff and some of the more mainstream bands to start branching out from, I think they did an episode on that. So, but then like Banger Television too. I know Corey Horrors isn't a big fan of the host or that show, but
Well, it was funny because like they did a recent episode on early black metal albums, and there were so many people that had brought up Beharit's first album, and Sam had no clue who they were, had never even heard of them or anything.
That's pretty sad.
And his co-host never heard of him either. The guy that was doing the show with him, he didn't know him either. And I was like, wow, really?
Yeah, the guy
You
from
know?
Mesopotamia.
Yeah. So I thought that was kind of, I don't know,
Odd.
because Drawing Down the Moon is definitely an album that comes to mind when you're talking about early black metal albums. So
Yeah. Uh, I would even say maybe, uh, crap, I can't remember the name of it, but it's like For the Glory of Satan, or In Satan's Glory, like that. Behexen's first album.
they were doing it on like they were trying to do like early black metal albums. So like, you know, like I guess from like the 80s and like early 90s. So they didn't touch on anything like past like 96.
True.
Yeah.
Uh, Someone says Runner JMA did a recent review of Ruin's Drown in Blood. I did see that actually. I do like religiously watch Runner JMA's videos. Like my morning ritual is like get up, check the kids' situation, you see if they need like changes, drinks, food, whatever. Let my pug out for his morning pee, and then get myself a coffee, and then just turn on YouTube for a bit and check out some of my channels. And yeah, Runner JMA is definitely one that I make sure I don't miss. So I did see that review. It was pretty good. I don't really know the band themselves though. Just reading the comments here.
Yeah.
Dragged into Sunlight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
pretty sure everyone in the small black metal YouTube community circle knows about them by now. I mean, Wyatt's made probably about 5 or 6 videos like nerdgasming about them.
I've never listened to them, to be honest. So yeah.
I think I checked them out just briefly. From what I heard, they're probably pretty good. I just never kind of focused on putting them on some sort of to get list. I checked them out once, said, "Yep, this is good," and just kind of went on about my day.
Yeah. I mean, when I'm checking out a band, I usually try to listen to they're like maybe like their first album or whatever. And then if I like what I hear or if I'm super into it, I'll keep checking out their albums. But if I'm just kind of like, yeah, it's okay, you know, I won't really like make it a priority to listen to, you know, some of their other stuff. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's normally how I do it too. If I hear about a band, I normally try to start with like their first material and then work my way up and see how I enjoy that. Sometimes though, I get introduced to a band with their most recent release, which kind of happened to me with Arconis. I'm pretty sure that's how the name is. Damn it, I moved all my tapes. But yeah, their newest album was what kind of got me into them, and then I went to Tour de Garde and ordered about 3 or 4 of their earlier tapes. But yeah, the earlier stuff from them isn't the best stuff. I'd probably say the newer stuff is.
Well, one band, for example, that the first album I heard from them was their newer album was Black Funeral. So yeah.
Anku and the Death something.
Hmm. And well, pretty much the only reason that made me want to go check it out though was because Asgore from Drowning the Light played on it. So
Oh yeah.
that yeah, I think he just did the guitars or something. I don't know. I know he didn't do vocals. I think he just did guitars. I don't
That's
know.
still pretty cool.
Yeah. And that is a really damn good album. That album was on my end of the year list. So yeah.
I actually haven't checked out that album. The most recent Black Funeral album I've checked out was Waters of Weeping. Is the Anku and the Death, whatever, is the production value on that like still lo-fi and raw, or did they up that a bit?
I mean, it's like, it's not like, it's pretty standard. Like, it's not too lo-fi and it's not too, you know,
Polished.
too polished. It sounds good. The riffs are good. It's good production for the most part.
Cool. I will definitely have to check that out.
Yeah, definitely.
I was supposed to have Waters of Weeping, but then I don't know if I told you guys in the stream chat, but Amazon didn't send it out to me for like a month and a half, and then by the time they sent me any notification about it, they're like, "Oh yeah, it looks like we don't have this in stock and won't be getting it in stock. Sorry about your luck."
Dude, that's
okay. It's like, thanks for that, I guess. Now I have to go eventually get it again or try to order it again. But the thing that sucks the most was Amazon was going to give it to me for 13 something Canadian shipped. So that was a great deal. Now I'm going to have to find it on eBay for probably like double that US.
You try Discogs?
I haven't actually. The only I've got Black Funeral stuff off of Discogs before, but it was like their early demo, or no, their first album with like the two demos that surrounded that demo, or first album rather, and I got that from Tour de Garde. So, but I guess I'll have to check it out for that album too.
Yeah, I don't know what's been going on with Discogs sellers lately, man. They've been pissing me the fuck off. I've had like, I think 3 orders recently that I've gotten canceled because the seller didn't have the fucking item in stock. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And so when I'm leaving my feedback, I'm like, go through your fucking stock before you list shit for sale. You know, are you that, like, seriously? It is not that difficult to keep track of what you have. It's like you're putting it for sale on Discogs. So that means you have it. You're looking at it because, you know, on Discogs you have to put it under the right release. You know, so it's like you're looking at it to see which release it is. You know.
So I guess it's probably one of those things where they sell it and then forget to remove it from their list.
Well, no, it automatically comes off your listing. So it's like, that's why, because I've sold shit on Discogs. Like I'm a seller on Discogs too, so I know how it works.
Oh,
and
okay.
I think, and the only way it'll do that is if you have, like, there may be an option to where you have more than one copy for sale. But that's like, I think that's like the only way that could happen. So
Okay.
I don't know how, or unless what, or I think a lot of times what happens is these people, they're also trying to sell this shit on eBay too. So maybe it's sold on eBay, not unlisted on Discogs. You know, that's the only other thing that's the only other thing I can think of. But if that's not the case, I don't know how the fuck these people are. It's like they're just saying, "Oh well, let's fuck with some, you know, buyers and say that I have this, and then yeah, you know, I don't know."
Yeah, no, that sucks, man.
Yeah, it does suck.
What also kind of annoys me with Discogs, even though like I still really enjoy them because of their selection, and sometimes they've got stuff for a better price than eBay and sometimes even Amazon, is that like I'm kind of one of those guys that wants to order something and like get it going like yesterday. So when people like, I'll go in, put in my order, and then you're like, now you have to wait for the seller to give you your
You're shipping.
your shipping and your checkout
Invoice.
information. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then sometimes they get back to you within the hour. Sometimes they get back to you within a couple hours. But then you'll get those people, they're like, don't check their Discogs for like 4 or 5 days at a time, and they're like, oh, I finally saw someone order something. Now I'll give you your, invoice. And it's just like, well, fuck.
But they would get an email though saying that, hey, you have a new order. you know, you need to send, you know, the invoice.
I guess that would only work if they had their email set up to their phone. Otherwise, they would still have to go to their computer and check online.
Because you can actually, I think you can set it up to where you have a set shipping. Like when you're a seller on Discogs, that you can set it up to where you have a set shipping cost for certain like items. Like say like you're like just say for instance you're in the U.S. and your standard shipping price to ship a CD in the US is $3. And then like, so if somebody buys a CD from you, the invoice automatically sends for $3 for shipping. That way you don't have to wait for the seller to send you an invoice.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, I've that's happened to me many times where I didn't have to wait for an invoice because the price was already there. The seller had already had it, you know, pre-set up.
Yeah, I wish more people would incorporate that into their prices and selling and stuff like that. I mean, eBay does it. People know like a CD costs this much to send overseas.
Yep.
And it doesn't matter where you send it, it's still going to cost the same price. Like if I send something like across the ocean, it doesn't matter if it's going to England, Australia, Germany, Russia. If it's going across the ocean, I know one CD is going to cost me $8 to ship there. So just get your shit together, people. Come on, it's not that hard. Especially if you sold more than one item before. Like the only way they wouldn't know that is if they've never sold something internationally or overseas. Like, and if you're worried about getting screwed over, then like up your shipping a little bit. Sometimes like that's how some people operate. Like you can be like, oh, well, this shipping's a bit too much. And then the seller will be like, yeah, it probably is, but I've never sold anything to this country before. I've had people offer me they'll be like, well, buy it. And then if it doesn't cost me this much at the post office, I'll reimburse you the $2.25 extra that, you know, you paid. Like, it's not that hard. If you're worried about shipping, then just charge a little more.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
But
and then
charge like $25 for one CD. That's ridiculous. I've seen that too.
well, you can if you charge a little too much for shipping, you can always well, if you're not a dick, you can always refund the buyer the difference.
Exactly.
So, because I've had buyers do that to me before when they've overcharged for shipping, and then they refunded the difference. So,
yep.
Yeah.
For example, that's happened to me with one of my Summon albums. The guy's like, all right, well, here's the price and whatever, and shipped it to me. And I didn't even question the shipping, like whatever. I just really want the damn album, and the shipping wasn't ridiculous. I mean, it was a little high, but I'm like, whatever. I had the money at the time, so I said, fuck it. And then like 2 days later, I see $2.80 has been deposited into my PayPal account randomly. I'm like, what is this? And then like within like 2 hours of getting that deposit, the seller messaged me. And he's like, oh yeah, by the way, I seen that you're not in the States. You're actually in Canada too. Here's a couple bucks back. I'm like, oh wow, dude, thanks for that. I wasn't even expecting it.
Yeah.
Very Canadian of him.
It's nice. I had this one of the buyers that canceled one of my orders on Discogs, or one of the sellers, my bad.
Yeah.
He didn't even know. I had to ask for a refund because when he canceled the order, he didn't give me my refund. So I was like, okay, well, since you canceled the order, where's my refund? He's like, oh, I thought Discogs did that. I'm like, no. I'm like, you have to go to PayPal and do the refund yourself. It doesn't just, they don't automatically do it.
Oh, he thought Discogs was going to refund for him. Okay, because it sounded like he thought the Discogs canceled your order, but then Discogs wouldn't just randomly cancel your order. He would have to click cancel order and go through a couple steps.
Yeah, he didn't. It's like people don't realize Discogs is just an avenue to sell your shit.
Yeah,
You
it's like
know,
a more sophisticated
you
Kijiji.
know, you don't. Yeah, you don't have to use PayPal. You know, to buy. You know, you can send a fucking check or something if you want, but it's like if they paid through PayPal, you got to give their refund through PayPal.
Yeah.
It's like Discogs, they won't get involved.
Yeah, I think any disputes that you have, it doesn't go to Discogs. It goes to
No.
whoever you
Mm-hmm.
deal the money with. And they even try
Yep.
to tell you
Mm-hmm.
when you first make your account with Discogs, we don't
Mm-hmm.
deal with the customers or sellers. If you have a problem with the seller, contact the seller.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yep. I think the only selling site that will do that is eBay, but that's because eBay and like PayPal are they still
they're sort of
like
interconnected, but you
are
can
they
also use a credit card.
joint? Yeah.
But no, yeah, eBay. If the person doesn't get back to you within a certain amount of time, you can
Mm-hmm.
request eBay to step in, and they'll ask for some information, and they'll kind of like go, okay, this is what the transaction is. This is what the client's saying did or didn't happen to their package. This is what the seller's saying, and then they kind of just go, here's the results. Either you have to eat the cash and not get your item, or the seller will just be like, well, here's your money back, even though I sent
Mm-hmm.
the item. But yeah, honestly, sellers uh, or the buyers normally have the sellers by the balls on eBay, which is why I
Mm-hmm.
never continued with my
Yeah.
eBay selling account, because fuck that.
Yeah. eBay is just a pain in the ass too. So,
Right. Well, it's good if you're a buyer, not if you're a
oh
seller.
yeah, yeah.
Like I've made a why you don't want to be a seller on eBay video like way back when, basically just saying that the buyers got you by the balls, and you have to either sell $200 worth of items for the money to go directly to you right away once the buyer has paid for it. Otherwise, you have to wait 30 days in order to get your money, and then hope that the buyer doesn't have a problem with the item or gets the item. Otherwise, you're out the shipping that it took to send it to them, and you're out the money that it took them, for the item to get there,
Mm-hmm.
and your item. Like you're out the shipping, the item cost, and the item if anything gets fucked. And it takes 30 days for anything to get verified if you're new to selling on eBay, which is bullshit.
Yep.
Uh, Rod Gill says, or no, not Rod Gill. He responded to someone else. Hold on a second. Anyways, they're talking about a band called Bloodgasm. Where is it here?
Never heard of them.
Have you heard of a death metal band called Bloodgasm? They only made one album. Their first album, it's the same title of the band. Some people are saying they're sick. I personally have never heard of them, but I may have to check them out afterwards. Well, I don't know if the Metalhead Box is going to join us in the chat or not, but it is 10 o'clock, and we're probably going to get all the viewers we're going to get. So
Yeah, probably.
all 22 of you get to see what comes in the April Metalhead Box, I guess.
I don't like it. Why do they send the boxes out so late in the month?
I think it's so they can get all the materials inside the box and all the names and information ready to be shipped out, and then on the 25th they just mass send out everyone's. And I don't know. I can't remember exactly why they said they needed to do it that way, but that's what I'm assuming they need to do it that way for. So anyone in Canada or in Ontario will probably get their package first, and then anyone just across the border, so New York, I mean like Michigan and all the surrounding states around there will probably get theirs next, and then overseas. But yeah, I seem to be the only one that got theirs today. So who's excited to see what's in it?
Wait, no, Black Metal Werewolf got his too.
Really? Oh, well,
saw.
that's because he's in like Toronto too.
Yeah.
But so he did an unboxing for us today.
Yeah, he's already got the video up. I didn't watch it. I just saw it. It popped up on my, page or whatever. So
Fair enough. Well, mine might be different because I always get the black metal related one. He probably just gets the generalized one.
probably.
But here it is. It's a little bigger than my last package. The address is scribbled out so no one can send me anthrax in the mail, banned or otherwise. I actually don't mind anthrax, the band, but
Yeah.
So opening it up, looks like the t-shirt is the first thing on there. Might as well pull that out first. Oh shit, I think I know what it is already too. Oh man. Blasphemy.
Nice.
Here, some old school Black and Death from Canada. Fuck yeah. That's awesome. No print on the back, but loving the front print.
Yeah, that's cool.
Nice. I actually need to pick up some physical copies of Blasphemy in the future. I don't actually own anything on CD or otherwise by them, but they're really good. Kind of lo-fi, kind of necro quality, black and death metal, but really good regardless. All right. And looks like I got a few CDs. Holy shit. What do we got here? This first one, let's randomly grab it here. And looks like it says Ill Omen and Throning the Bonds of Aberrance. Ill Omen.
How do you spell it?
It's, I'm pretty sure they're a black metal band from Australia, actually. There's like another band called Ill Omen, but they're like a death thrash band. In fact, I am pretty sure that this is Ill Omen's second full-length album.
What's it called?
It's called Enthroning the Bonds of Aberrance.
Yeah, it's their second album. I'm on the Metal Archives as we speak.
Oh, nice. Sweet. But yeah, from what I remember, I think I listened to a track or two this way back when, but it was pretty good from what I can remember. Kind of foggy though, so I'll definitely have to give it another look over. I'm gonna open her up, see what's inside.
Australia has a lot of fucking kick-ass black metal bands.
Definitely,
that's for sure.
Agreed. Oh shit! I forgot how cool their logo is. Damn, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's like bat wings or something.
Yeah.
Very black metal. Just a one-page fold-out booklet here. It'll stop shining. There we go. Looks like some bones or teeth or something. It's probably a goat skull. That would make a lot of sense, actually. So yeah, if anyone in the chat knows the black metal Ill Omen from Australia, let me know. Let me know what you think of them. From what I can remember, like I said, I thought they were pretty good from the couple of tracks I checked out. All right, next. This is Dodd's Ritual, Undersort Soul. I believe this is 2017 release, so it's pretty new on Black Market Metal label. Now this might be their first full-length or debut release. And the name Dodd's Ritual, Dodd's and Undersort Soul, probably Norwegian black metal. This sounds really familiar. Didn't these guys used to go by Hot or Hat, which is like hate in Norwegian?
I have no idea. I've never heard of them.
No?
So you got me.
But yeah, it's Dodd's Ritual, Undersort Soul. Let me try and open this up. It's a digipack.
Like, I don't understand. Like, are digipacks like cheaper to do than like jewel cases? Because like every metalhead or just in general always expresses their deep hatred for digipacks, and yet
it probably is. Like, digipacks are probably cheaper to get made, considering it's more paper and cardboard and less plastic. Plastic is probably a little bit more expensive to purchase and make, but it could be an artistic choice too, because the digipack is all kind of like art, and there isn't just plastic. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to come up with excuses for it. I don't really enjoy digipack, so it's kind of hard to make excuses for them.
Yeah.
But there wasn't really much in there. I'm flipping through it, not showing anyone, but it's just a bunch of white pages with lyrics on it. I can't remember if I heard these guys before or not. The name, like I said, reminds me, or it's kind of slightly recognizable. I might be thinking of Dodsford, though, or Dodds Todd. Oh, there's a lot of Dodd's name because it means death in Norwegian, right? So, but I think these guys might have been Hat at one time. Correct me if I'm wrong. All right, next. This is the third CD that came in my package. I'm just going to open it up first before I show anyone, because the glare on this is going to be crazy huge. All right, this one is called Catavulcus, and the album is Gergovia. There's the back. I believe these guys are Canadian, actually. There's the inside. And if they're Canadian, they're probably from Quebec, because Quebec has the hugest black metal scene in Canada. So here's the inside booklet. I think it might fold into a poster. Oh, yep. That looks like Lord of the Rings or Middle Earth or something.
Yeah.
Very J.R. Tolkien looking.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, it's not a big surprise though, because if it was, that's like a lot of black metal bands do like their J.R. Tolkien, especially from the Netherlands and stuff like that. But yes, from what I remember, I think Catavulcus is probably black metal from Quebec. This is on Deathbound Records, so probably is, yeah, okay, it says right here actually, made in Quebec, Canada. Damn.
Good call.
Yeah, I'm surprised I'm surprised. Just from the artwork too. The artwork kind of gives off maybe a medieval or like folk black metal look. I don't know. I'll be interested because I don't actually have really too much folk black metal or medieval black metal in my collection besides like the first two Satyricon albums and some of the later stuff that Varg did with Burzum. And a fourth CD. Oh, wow. They're really treating me in this package. Holy shit. I don't know if you can see that logo or not, but this is a Canadian black metal band from Montreal. This is Incandescence, I believe is how you pronounce the name. And the album, get ready for this one, Le Ténèbres Murmurent mon nom. Basically, that means the darkness whispers my name, because Ténèbres, if my French Canadian is good, is darkness, and Murmurant is either murmur or whisper. So yeah, the album name is The Darkness Whispers My Name by Incandescence. So that's pretty cool. These guys are also from Montreal, so Quebec, Canada. I checked them out a while back when I was doing a bunch of research for my Helvet Canada page on Facebook, when I was really trying to get into like Canadian black metal and kind of find out what's around me here in Canada for black metal wise. And this is one of the bands that I remember looking up. The inside, but yeah, I never ended up getting a copy of their stuff, so this is really cool. I really like their logo, even though you can't quite see it that well in this picture, but it's really neat.
Yeah.
Kind of death metal looking, which is odd too, considering black metal. But sometimes you get black metal bands with death metal logos. Sometimes you get death metal bands with black metal looking logos. Depends on who the band goes to for the artistry. Not really anything behind the disc tray, but yeah, so 4 CDs this April box has come with, at least for the death metal box, or black metal box it did. The inside of the booklet here, not really too much, just kind of fiery lightning and stuff like that. And then some of the band members, if I can see what the hell I'm doing here. Some spiky stuff in the middle, that's kind of neat. And more lyrics and shout outs and stuff. Yeah, so basically a bunch of stuff that I really don't listen to on a regular basis, and some stuff that I've only kind of heard of by name, and maybe 1 or 2 tracks way back when, briefly. So kind of glad to have some new stuff to check out. Basically like almost blind buys, but since I know it's all black metal, it should be all good in the hood.
Yep.
So we got a couple more things here, and they look pretty cool. One, I needed a new koozie. There's a Gorgoroth
Nice.
koozie.
That's awesome.
Now, I don't know if you can tell who that is. I think it might be either Pest or
Infernus, maybe? I
yeah,
don't know.
Pest or Infernus, I'm thinking. Because that's definitely not Gaul. That's not...
Isn't Infernus like the only one that's still in the band?
Well, he won the rights to the band name,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, you know what? That's probably Infernus. If anyone see that in the chat and let us know, that'd be cool. Because I'd like to know who I'm sticking my drink in.
Google Images.
There we go. I'll stick it right in there. Hopefully not spill 7-Up all over myself. This isn't one of those got milk commercials. Holy shit, that's a tight fit. She's never been entered before. Oh, there we go. Dust Cult. All right. Got an advertisement for something here. Dot's Ritual, Undersort Soul, and I don't even know how to fucking pronounce this, but I'm going to butcher it anyways. Re-exhumation, Under the Serpent's Dogma. So, guess they're trying to promote those guys. So, if anyone's watching, go check them out. Let us know what you think. And we got, another kind of postery sign thing here. Looks like one of the guys from Gore Guts has signed this. That's pretty cool. I actually really enjoy Gore Guts, even though I don't actually own anything by them. But still can appreciate that. I'm a guitarist, so I can appreciate signature by the guitarist from Gore Guts. I'm just going to have to find a frame for it. All my frames have been kind of taken up.
It's kind of weird they would send you that in the black metal package, but
it's
whatever.
an exclusive item, right? So they just kind of send it with everyone's. Pretty sure. Yeah, it's exclusive to the box, so everyone gets a copy of that.
Okay, so we got confirmation in the chat that yeah, it's Infernus.
Oh, nice, awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
that helps. I know who I'm drinking of. And then we got one more thing in here that's actually really cool. I was not expecting, and it's kind of new as far as I'm aware to the box. This is a live DVD of Bloodstorm. They are a black metal band from the States. They've got quite a lot of releases from what I'm aware. I think once again, one of the bands that I've briefly checked out for a song or two and just kind of went about the rest of my day. This is going to be cool, though, because I think it's the only black metal DVD that I own. So it'll be something to actually watch and headbang to and annoy the wife with and scare the children, all that good stuff. The back with some song titles and the label, I guess, Pagan Flames. Yeah, it says Bloodstorm performs 7 live video tracks of black metal mysticism from their 2005 recording of Pure Black Science, Syrian Storm. Pagan Flames Productions, Cedar Rapids, IA. I don't know where IA is. Is that Iowa?
Might be. I don't know. Wait. Oh, you said they're U.S. black metal?
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably is Iowa then.
There's the inside.
Maybe.
The DVD. But yeah, that's kind of cool. Something to watch that's black metal related. Very neat.
That's cool.
Well, there seems to be something else in here too. What's this? Oh shit. A poster, a big one.
Nice.
Nice. That is definitely going in a frame. Fuck yeah.
That's awesome.
It's got the main dude right in the front there. And some Dracula looking motherfucker. And then the Morbid Tales looking symbol there. Sweet. Only death is real. Agony and nightmare to Yog Sothoth they moan. Nightfall's morbid affair bare to the faceless one by Shagrath. Oh, so this was drawn by Shagrath? That's sick. Holy shit. Damn. I know Count Blagrath is gonna love to get this if he's got the April box because he's obsessed with Celtic Frost and Hellhammer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So hopefully if you ordered this, you get that in yours, bud, if you're watching. So yeah, wow. Just to recap, we got quite a few things in here. The Celtic Frost poster drawn by Shagrath. the Blood. God damn it, Blood Storm. I keep on wanting to call them Bone Storm. Buy me Bone Storm or go to hell. But yeah, on DVD, that's cool. The signed Gorguts guitarist picture. And nice stack of 4 black metal CDs. That being Incandescence from Quebec. Catuvolcus, also from Quebec. Actually, I think these guys are split up now. I think they split up back in 2014, but could be wrong. Also from Quebec, really good stuff. So I got 2 Canadian black metal bands. And then Dodd's Ritual, black metal from Norway. And Ill Omen, the black metal one, not the death thrash one, from Australia. So lots of good shit to listen to. Got some shit to watch. Got some shit to frame. And also got a new shirt. That being the Black and Thrash or Black and Death from Canada, Blasphemy. So that's going to inspire me to buy some Blasphemy in the future for sure. Can't wear the shirt if you don't own the CD or something by them. Kind of a funny.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you know the fucking music, it's okay.
Yeah.
You know.
I was just saying it satirically.
Yeah, I know.
So that's what's in it. That's the unboxing. Now for the review, I would say they're getting better and better each time they send one out. The unboxing that I did for February.
Yeah, February.
Mm-hmm. That one was pretty good. Like it had 3 CDs, had something signed by the guy from Angel Corpse, which I actually have framed and over here now. So that was kind of cool. And then the Black Funeral shirt, which I fucking super fanboyed over that. That was sweet. But yeah, like everything I've gotten so far has been pretty good. That one came with 3 CDs. I enjoyed pretty much everything in there. The Nox one, the Blood Light or Wormlight. Yeah, Wormlight was really
Wormlight. Yep.
And Murmur was okay. Like that one was the only one that I could have like took it or leave it. It wasn't really anything super special. But then they did the Decibel Tour one, which I just kind of said no to because I think the only thing in that one that I would have really wanted would have maybe been the Midnight and the Horrendous CDs. The rest of it was kind of not really my thing, but you know, for what it was okay. I know a couple of people weren't really a fan of getting the live CDs, but it is what it is. This one is really good. Like, if February's box was like a 7 or 7.5 out of 10, they've definitely went up to about an 8.5 out of 10. Like they're definitely done a lot better with this one. There's more stuff in it. The stuff in it was really cool, because there's 2 Canadian black metal CDs in it. I've been trying to find more Canadian black metal to get in my collection just to support my own country's scene. And then signed by the guy from Gorguts. It's kind of cool because I know Gorguts. I really enjoy them. Whereas the Morbid or Angel Corpse, I didn't really know too much about them, and I still haven't got around checking them out. I got to fucking do that soon. But yeah, this box is definitely a step up from the last one I got. They just seem to be just getting better, and the Blasphemy shirt is pretty sweet. Like I wouldn't have expected them to be able to get a hold of some old school Canadian Black and Death like that, or Black and Thrash. So Yeah, I definitely recommend anyone who's watching this to save up some change and get themselves a box in the future, because you definitely won't be disappointed. Even if you don't know like the bands that are included, uh, it's not necessarily a bad thing. You could find your new favorite band. You never know. But it also might include some stuff you do know. So it's a bit of a coin toss. But at the end of the day, the boxes are for people who like surprises. So if you're someone who likes like being surprised and kind of that suspense of, ooh, what am I going to get? But kind of knowing that it's going to be a little bit up your alley depending on what you choose. Like you can do death metal, you can choose thrash metal, you can choose, like I do, the black metal box, or you could just get them to send you a randomly generated one, which will probably include one from each genre or whatever they have more in stock of. Like they got quite a good variety of stuff they could be sending you, and there's a lot of exclusive things that you'll only get through the Metalhead box, like this Blasphemy shirt, the Gorguts signature thing, the black metal Ist Krieg mug, that was from like January's box, I believe, or was that from like December's box? But yeah, that was like really cool, like intricate stuff like that that you normally wouldn't be able to buy on eBay or Discogs or like some sort of distro. So yeah, I definitely recommend it. I'm actually currently trying to save up some money to purchase a box instead of just having them generously send me one for review, because I feel it's worth it, and I want to support a Canadian metalhead box. So yeah, I don't know. What is your thoughts on these boxes so far, Nick?
They're good. I like them. Yeah, I'm considering buying one next month. I don't know if I will, but I'm considering it.
I mean, it's not vinyl, but there are
I
vinyl
do.
boxes that you can buy.
Yeah, I do. I do blind buys all the time, so um, um, yeah, we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, even if there was some stuff in here that I didn't like, I just listened to it through and was like, oh God, what's this? Like I could still, go and like trade with someone or put it in like a grab bag that I make up myself. I know that the Metalhead Box has a group on Facebook where if you join, you can trade and do other stuff with other Metalhead Box subscribers. So if you do get something that you're not a big fan of that particular month, you do have the potential option of trading with someone who would rather your item. So there's that too. Like the exclusive items are fairly worth it
Cool.
too. Like this Blasphemy shirt, I'm fucking stoked.
Yeah.
Super stoked on that. Like the only way it could have been any better if it was like an Arch Goat shirt or something crazy.
Yeah, that would have been 10 times better.
or like
Yeah.
the Satanic War Master split with Arch Goat shirt. Oh, that'd be sick.
I have that jacket, that split jacket. You can get it from Hell's Headbangers, but if you're if you're short on change, it might be a little expensive.
Oh, you mean the zip up hoodie?
Yeah.
I seen that, man. I was so tempted to get that back before I blew $100 on Tour de Garde.
Yeah, actually, I have it hanging on the back of my chair here.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
this one. Yeah. The back and then the sleeves and shit. And my phone fell, and now my shit's all tangled, so fuck my life, right?
Hooray for technical difficulties.
Yep. So yeah, very cool though.
Yeah, that was probably like 60 US shipped, I'm guessing.
I don't remember. I can check right now.
If I had the money, I would definitely get one of those. It's so sick.
I know they're exclusive to Hell's Headbangers. I'm pretty sure. So
They have a lot of good shirts and hoodies on their site.
yeah,
Are they located in the States or in Europe?
States. Let's see here. Yeah, they got the shirt is 1888 and the jacket is it's 5388.
Plus shipping.
I don't remember it being that expensive when I bought it. I don't know.
Yeah, so 53 US probably, plus like another $15 shipping.
For you, probably because you're in Canada. But
yeah, costs a lot to ship to us. Snow.
Yeah. Yep.
Someone says thoughts on Avenged Sevenfold.
Dude, don't even go there. God.
Should we tell them it's a black metal stream?
I mean, they're not terrible.
Just the vocals.
Oh yeah, like if they had a different vocalist, they wouldn't be so bad.
Like if they had Werewolf on vocals, it'd be better.
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine. This just in. Satanic
Werewolf.
War Master main man Werewolf joins Avenged Sevenfold on stage to perform the Vampiric Tyrant. Oh, that'd be great.
Oh man, could you like actually? That's actually as funny as it is. I would be interested to hear black metal vocals on like something that was like that instrumentally.
Yeah.
What would that be? Blackened metalcore?
I wouldn't even consider Avenged. I don't even call Avenged Sevenfold metalcore. They're just kind of like, I don't know. I call that kind of stuff like emo metal. Like I don't know what else to call it.
Well,
I wouldn't call it.
It's weird stuff.
Or like alternative, whatever.
Well,
metal.
In the what was the album called? Nightmare, or This Is Your Nightmare? I don't know. Whatever. The Nightmare album by Avenged Sevenfold. They have riffs in there that sound like direct rip-offs from Metallica's.
Oh yeah, they got called out for it when the album came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're constantly getting ripped on for stealing Metallica riffs. Yeah, that's
So yeah, I'd just be like thrashing metalcore mix maybe, but they don't do breakdowns per se. So I don't know. That's hard to classify what the
that's why I said they're not metalcore. I don't know why people call them metalcore. I mean, like I said, like I've said this before, like when I was like in high school and shit, the shit that people are calling metalcore nowadays is not what was metalcore when I was, growing up. Like what I called metalcore was like All That Remains, Killswitch Engage, Shadows Fall, stuff like that, but yeah.
So maybe post-hardcore.
I don't know.
Like, because the very first two Avenged Sevenfold albums weren't how they sound like today. They were like actually enjoyable.
Oh yeah,
to me, like Sound the Seventh Trumpet and Waking the Fallen, I believe, is what the second album is called. I don't know. But yeah, the wife owns the albums, and I actually enjoy those ones a lot. And he does a lot more intense screaming instead of his whiny whatever. It's just like, oh my god.
That's where, yeah. They need, if they got a new vocalist, they would be so much better. And if they didn't look like fags, sorry to say, but yeah.
Well, looking androgynous does get you some chicks, so
Yeah, that's what people call them, posers, though. Uh-oh, somebody asked about Merker.
Merker.
You haven't heard of Merker?
Oh, I was just trying to look in the chat and see where someone brought it up. It's
Yeah,
Rod.
yeah.
Merker. I don't know. Like, it's weird because prior to making Merker, the chick that's behind it was in pop music.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I don't like, from what I've heard, the chick that's in Merker wanted to do stuff that was closer to black metal, but the only way she could break out onto the music scene and get any like recognition was through doing pop music. So it sounds like she didn't want to do pop music, but that's the only way anyone would like recognize her talent or what she's about. And then once she got like the talent and I guess money together from doing those projects, she started up her true calling or true project, I guess. Lol, because true, but I mean, I don't know. It's not my thing. I'm not a big fan of the new one. The very first thing she put out was listenable. Like I was like, okay, yeah, it's female led black metal vocals and stuff like that. But I don't know. I would never spend money on a Merker album. I would never go out of my way to purposefully listen to it. There's just oodles of better things to be listening to, in my opinion. Like if you like it, don't let me stop you. But you're not going to catch me listening to it. I'd rather listen to Tom Petty.
Yeah, I haven't actually listened. I don't think I've actually listened to any of her stuff, so I can't really say anything, give my opinions about it. So,
well, the funny thing too about the new album, I think it's called M, but yeah, it has like the dude from Oliver and another dude from another like pretty well-known black metal band helping her out with like the instrumental and stuff. So you'd think it would be really good and really dark and grim and whatever, but it's kind of, I don't know.
I mean, it doesn't really surprise me because I don't think Ulver has actually been black metal in a while. Because I mean, didn't they, do some? They moved to like some experimental shit, and they're just kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like electronic industrial.
Yeah,
whatever.
So like they're not even like
the same shit that
metal anymore.
Yeah, it's sort of along the lines of what Mains did. They made like those 3 demos and then that debut EP, De Blut Undermans or whatever it's called. I actually have that one. It's actually really good. But then they became this electronic industrial, I don't even fucking know, alternative band.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. But I don't understand why they would make that choice to go from such underground kind of grim music to just stuff that feels so hollow and soulless. Like I don't know.
Yeah, man. Like the first 3 Ulver albums are like a few of the best albums in the scene. Like from that scene, yeah. And yeah,
isn't Nathan's Madrigal the one that's like really really trebly and has like no bass in it at all?
Shit, I don't know.
Because there's one album that they did,
That
the
one's
first three, that some people are like, oh my god, my ears, because it has like this really high pitched sound out of the whole thing.
yeah. I don't know. I mean, it sounds fine to me, but
It's just really raw, and there's no like low end to the mix at all. I guess they just like scooped it out in the
could have
mix,
been.
left.
It could. It could have been their first album too. I don't know, because their second album was all acoustic, so it's definitely not that one. Shoot.
Let's see here. Someone says, how about Knock Leader? They're a killer one-woman black metal project worth checking out. I've never heard of Knock Leader or Knock Lighter. I don't know how to pronounce that, but probably Knock Lighter.
Never heard of them.
But yeah, same. I've never heard of them. Maybe check them out if someone wants to put that in the comments once this thing's done. Someone says, is agrotech the word you're looking for? I don't know what the fuck even agrotech is. Aggressive tech? No?
For what? When we're talking about Ulver?
Ulver and Mains, yeah. What is agrotech?
I don't know.
Now I feel like Eddie. What is this Beherit band you're talking about?
God, Jesus, man. I was like, I did a face palm when I was like, neither of them had heard of Beherit.
Just smashes your face into the keyboard.
Another album they didn't know. I was surprised nobody mentioned, because if I would have been watching the stream when they were doing it, I totally would have mentioned Samael, and I was surprised nobody.
Oh yeah.
Nobody mentioned Worship Him at all. I was like, are you kidding me?
The first two Samael releases were huge.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Yeah.
super underground, but I mean, like, huge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's not like you're, it wasn't like you're, super fast paced. It's more like, mid paced, but it, it's
Yeah, no, I got you. It's like dark, grim, mid tempo,
mm-hmm.
like,
Yeah,
really black metal stuff. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
lo-fi.
Mm-hmm.
It's very gritty. Oh yeah, it's definitely needs to make its way into my collection. Like a lot of first wave needs to make its way into my collection. Like Sodom for one. Oh, definitely need some Sodom in my life.
Yeah, Sodom rules.
Someone says agrotech is stuff like Cyclone 9.
Never heard of it.
I know who they are. They have an album called INRI, or INRI, which is recognizable because Sarcophago also has an album called INRI.
Oh, yeah.
But no, if that's what agrotech is, then no. Mains and Oliver definitely did not do that kind of stuff. If they did that kind of stuff and kept the black metal vocals, I would have been all over it. But no, they didn't.
Okay, so we better give our thoughts on Nirvana. I think Ethan's asked that question like twice now.
Well, has he? Oh shit!
I think, yeah.
And I'm trying to pay attention to the comment section too. Shit.
Or maybe it was somebody else. I don't know. I saw a couple different times where Nirvana came up. So yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I don't have anything to say about him.
No, nothing good or bad.
I'll just say one thing.
Sure.
She killed him. There you go.
Well, I don't know. Nirvana. I had a point where I didn't really give a shit about Nirvana in my life, and then it kind of went like an unhealthy obsession with them because I got super duper into the In Utero album, specifically Tourette's Rape Me, and oh god damn it, the song's not called Milwaukee, so why am I thinking it's called that? But it's a song that's named after a town. But those three songs I fucking absolutely loved. And then I went from In Utero to getting the most obvious album, Smells Like Teen Spirit, or that's what it's called, right? No, Nevermind. It's called Nevermind.
Yeah.
The one with the child porn on the front.
He says Courtney murdered his ass. Yes, she did.
Probably. She was jealous of all the attention he was getting when Hole was going fucking nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Goddamn heroin addict. But yeah, no, I mean, I actually really enjoyed Nirvana at one point. I got all of their releases, like Bleach, In Utero, Nevermind, their Unplugged in New York, the Muddy Banks of Wishaka, or whatever the fuck it's called. Sliver? I think I even got that. The one with the duck on the front. And then I got the rare demos and whatevers. But yeah, I got a fucking ton of Nirvana. If I can just find it quickly, I'll show you.
John B goes, I heard she gave Kurt mind-blowing head.
Huh. Wow. That's hilarious.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, God.
God. Oh, I'm laughing way too hard at that.
All right. Holy shit. That only took forever to find. But yeah, so there's my Nirvana collection.
Damn.
So, yeah. Bleach. Never mind. The liver one. No, Incesticide. Duh. That's what it's called. It has the duck on the back, actually. And In Utero. I've had 3 copies of this in my life because every time I've bought one, the girlfriend in my life stole it and I never got it back. Unplugged in New York. Muddy Banks of Chicago. No, I'm kidding. Wishka. And then yeah, Sliver, the best of the demos and shit. Oh yeah. So, needless to say, I really enjoyed them at one point in my life. And like I probably listened to them once in a blue moon, but pretty much everything you'll hear me listen to nowadays is punk, slam, and black metal. Incesticide was good, yes. I'm not sure if that was even an album. I think Incesticide was like a compilation of stuff that they just hadn't released. Tell me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it is. I think Bailey R had a update a while back where he showed off Incesticide on vinyl. I'm pretty sure that was pretty interesting.
Are we still talking about Nirvana?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I've got a couple things coming in soon besides what you just saw here. One's from Tour de Garde.
Of course.
Yeah. Pretty rare too. So it was worth it because I don't think I've ever seen it on eBay, and that was the first time I've seen it on Discogs, so I had to get it. And Brain Smasher would definitely approve if you want a hint to what it might be. Maybe not so good because he actually has a lot of stuff, but he would approve. I have something coming in from a guy named Triple B. aka Balthazar. He's like a huge slam, brutal death kind of promoter slash enthusiast. He needed some help with some funds, and I had some, and I bought this item off of him. It's also kind of rare and out of print. It's slam, so that'll be coming in soon. Oh, and I supported one of my buddies, Hunter Heelig, I think is his last name. He's in the band called Flesh of the Lotus. They're like a slamming brutal deathcore band. I'm not a huge deathcore listener, but his stuff is really good. And I told him when I got some money, I'd finally throw him some his way. So getting their first EP they just released called Vicissitude, and a Flesh of the Lotus shirt. So can't wait for that stuff to come in. How about you, Nick? Do you got anything cool coming in soon besides the update you just did, which had some stuff in?
Yeah, I got some shit coming in. Some records and shit. Let me see here. All I gotta do is go to my Discogs page. Yeah, I still got a couple records from Discogs I'm waiting on. Ordered a couple from Napalm Records that I'm waiting on.
Nice.
And I think that's about it. I don't know. I'm still waiting on. I ordered because I just showed that Hyperion CD in my most recent update. I also ordered. There's another band on Black Lion Records called Mist of Misery. I really like them. I ordered one of their CDs in that same order with the Hyperion, but I didn't get that one in, so I think those might have shipped separately because I got the Hyperion bundle that also came with the shirt too. So
nice.
If I don't get that Mist of Misery CD in soon, I'm gonna have to. I might try and contact Oliver, who I think he's the guy who runs. I'm friends with him on Facebook, so
that's cool.
Shoot him a message and see. I think he's in that group too. The group with all the metal YouTubers.
Oh, the
actual
music discussions group?
I think he's in that group. I'm pretty sure he is. So yeah, get a hold of him and see if I don't get that in soon. But yeah.
Nice. Someone says thoughts on Mortis.
On who?
Mortis. Two eyes.
I don't know. I don't know them. So
I think I might have heard like one or two tracks from them in passing, but I honestly don't even remember what they sound like. I couldn't even tell you if they're black metal. It sounds like it might be, but Mortis being Latin for death could be a death metal band too. So
yeah,
hard to say.
Isn't the dude from Marduk? Isn't his name like his stage name like Lord Mortis?
Yep.
Yeah. So
maybe his side project.
If so, I doubt it. Yeah, that would be cool.
Doesn't someone from Marduk have a side project though?
I have no idea.
I'm about like 95% certain there is. I think it might actually be either Mortis or one of the guitarists.
It's entirely possible. Maybe somebody in the chat knows.
Is it like a Bazigor or Azibigor or something like that? I think that might actually be the name of it. Or Abzigol.
Azigol. I don't know.
I
don't know.
Someone says thoughts on death. Oh, probably one of the best old school death metal bands there is. I mean, Seven Churches was really good, but like Death really is where it's at for old school death metal. Massacre from Beyond, so good. I want to get that on vinyl. But it's like 32 US plus shipping. So probably by the time it adds up for me, be close to $50 shipped Canadian.
Dang.
Yeah. Vinyl getting shipped to Canada, unless it's within Canada, is fucking astronomical for me. Which is why I'm so happy that there's a record store in town. They're called Cops Records, which is where I got all the vinyl that I showed off in my recent vinyl collection video.
Yeah. I remember you mentioned that. But yeah, Death rules.
For sure.
Nothing really much else to say.
Like my favorite album by them is The Sound of Perseverance, but I've also really enjoyed like their very first ones, like Scream Bloody Gore, Leprosy. Was Human before Sound of Perseverance? I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sound of Perseverance was the last one.
Really? I thought there was one right after that.
No. Sound of Perseverance was the last one before Chuck became ill.
Oh, well, what was the one that has Crystal Mountain on it, or Crystal Moors?
Symbolic.
Yeah, wasn't that after?
No, that one. That was the one before.
Oh,
Sound of Perseverance. Yeah.
weird. Huh. I have to go back and check that out. I mean, I believe you, but that's just like I thought Symbolic was the last one, but I guess not.
It goes Scream Bloody Gore, Leprosy, Spiritual Healing, Human, Individual Thought Patterns, Symbolic, and then Sound of Perseverance. And my phone fell.
Personal Healing was a weird album from what I remember.
I love Spiritual Healing.
Yeah,
that's probably my second favorite after Human.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting some of that on vinyl myself too, but I don't know. There might be some available here in Canada without having to spend too much. Hopefully, I get that painting job and the guy pays me, I don't know, a decent amount. Yeah, speaking of early death metal bands, there's some ones I kind of recently discovered that I enjoy, because I'm no big secret, I'm not a big fan of old school death metal for the most part. It's just really plain and boring to me. But Entrails was really good. Entombed was really good.
See, it depends on if we're talking like U.S. old school death metal or like Swedish old school death metal.
Grave was pretty good.
Yeah. Swedish death metal is so much better than U.S. death metal, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, I'm not a big fan of like Autopsy or Obituary or anything like that. The vocals just kind of turn me off. And everyone who knows me, it's one of those things where it's like if the vocals just don't appeal to me, then the rest of the band's just probably not going to work.
Because I think pretty sure Autopsy's U.S., right?
I think so.
I'm not too familiar with them. I mean, like, I just feel like if you put any like old school Swedish death metal band against any like U.S. death metal band, minus Death,
Yeah,
minus Death, just the Swedish band is gonna win every time. Like,
was there anything else that came out of the Bay Area besides Death that was like worth anything, like decent wise? Or is like death and
It was Florida, not the Bay Area.
oh, what am I thinking? What it was possessed?
You're thinking of thrash
Was possessed from the Bay
for the
Area?
Bay Area. I think so.
Oh.
Maybe, I don't know.
Someone says check out Repugnant from Sweden.
Yeah, I haven't heard of them.
Are they anything like Repulsed? I think that's the name of the band. Repulsion, maybe?
Yeah, Repulsion, yeah.
Yeah, is Repugnant anything like Repulsion? Because if so, then they're good. Old school, like gore grind or grindcore. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely enjoy Repulsion more than like Napalm Death or anything like that. Napalm Death I found kind of boring as well. I mean, they were probably good for their time, don't get me wrong, but
yeah,
coming from a 90s kid, well, actually 80s, I'm from 85, but just doesn't seem all that special to me. I mean, besides, I guess, them coming up with the blast beat, but it was Napalm Death that came up with the blast beat, right?
Shit, I don't know.
I know someone laughed at me when I said that one of the guys from Suffocation invented the blast beat. They're like, no, it isn't. It's this and this guy. I'm like, oh, well, I don't know.
You'll probably never know who came up with it. I mean, I mean, there's bands that may have like popularized it, you know, before it started getting, you know, before, you know, every band started using it. But
yeah, well,
as far as in who was the first legit drummer to do it, I mean, that's probably something you're never gonna know.
it's probably some random no-name band in a garage.
Oh yeah.
And the guitar is just going a million miles an hour, and the drummer just gets pissed off and doesn't know how to keep up with the beat. So he's just like, here, just goes as fast as he can. He's like, is that good?
Yep.
And they're like, wait, I know you were kidding, but that sounded great. More deathcore. Actually, the new Whitechapel album isn't that bad. The clean singing that Phil Bozeman does kind of reminds me of a more talented Corey Taylor from Slipknot. So,
damn. So even Whitechapel's doing clean singing now.
well, it's clean per se, but it's like raspy kind of. I'm a metalhead. Like, I don't know, like how Corey Taylor does his cleans, but I find Phil Bozeman's version of that to be a little more not, I don't want to say talented, but like more polished. There you go, a more polished version of what Corey Taylor attempts to do with cleans. So yeah, if Corey Taylor ever falls off the stage and breaks his neck permanently, Phil Bozeman for lead for Slipknot for sure.
Yeah, that'll go over well. All the fucking Corey Taylor fanboys and girls will fucking lose their goddamn mind. Oh yeah, you can't replace Corey Taylor.
You could replace him with a million vocalists. I'm sorry, Corey Taylor is not that special, folks. Sorry. I mean, that's coming from someone who actually genuinely enjoys Slipknot on occasion, but yeah, he everything after Iowa sounded like bastardized Stone Sour, really. Like, sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but Corey Taylor could be replaced like that. I could replace Corey Taylor, for God's sakes. and I'm a shit. I mean, have you heard Crypt Seeker? Garbage.
Oh, damn phone. So yeah.
Corey Taylor's clean vocals from which era? I don't fucking know. Like, any clean vocals from any era, Phil Bozeman could do umpteen times better. I don't know. It's just not that. I don't know, I'm trying to think of when Corey Taylor's clean vocals were like the best. Like, one where it's like, she loves me, da 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 da. Volume 3, I guess, because I think I was just singing Vermilion, or no. God damn it! Now I'm actually questioning myself. Like, is that from Vermilion or is that from?
How does it go?
It's something something. She loves me. Da 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 da.
What the fuck? What?
I got like a small fucking snippet from the song in my head.
Yeah, yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, I think that probably is Vermilion.
But then it might also be a track from the Gray chapter, or as some people call it, the Gay chapter. Which is not nice. He died, okay?
God.
Come on. That's harsh. What's wrong with being gay? So you like a little sausage in your bun. Who cares?
Slip sour. Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty
Well,
much.
What it is, right? Like,
pretty much.
Once Corey fucked up his vocal cords after the Iowa tour, like you can even hear it in the Disaster Pieces DVD. His vocals are just dying. Like they were wrecked, son. They got wrecked, literally. And after that, it just became like heavier Stone Sour. It's so unfortunate. Like I really enjoyed like the self-titled and Iowa, and then what the fuck? It's like he hit anti-puberty. He's like that 17-year-old from the 7-Eleven. Excuse me, sir, would you like a refill? No, I don't. Get the fuck out.
Oh man.
But no, I mean, I'm sure Corey Taylor's a nice dude. I'm sure if I ever met him, I probably would still say that to his face and joke around.
He's probably heard it before.
Yeah, like,
well,
I wouldn't be like mean.
Probably heard.
I would be like, dude, you suck. Your band sucks. I just paid $80 to come see your show, so I could tell you that. But you know,
who pays $80 to see Slipknot?
I don't know. Just hypothetical numbers here.
Yeah.
Does 7-Eleven even exist anymore?
Yeah, actually, they do.
Oh, okay. I think there's one.
They do.
In Ontario.
Man.
But yeah, no. Like seriously, if Whitechapel ever decides to get rid of Phil Bozeman and Corey Taylor takes a permanent nosedive out of Slipknot, then yeah, Phil Bozeman for Slipknot president, you know, because he does it better. You know, it was really unexpected too, because as soon as everyone heard that there were going to be cleans in the new Whitechapel album, they're like, "Oh no, not another Suicide Silence!" You know, like it's not like that. Like the new Whitechapel album puts that album to shame. Like I tried to give it a listen. I tried to give the new Suicide Silence album a listen. I couldn't do it. I couldn't make it all the way through. I'm just like, my God, if these guys sucked corn's balls anymore, they, it'd be the Untouchables Part 2. Come on.
That's why we have black metal.
Yeah, that's why we have black metal folks. Grim, cold, none of that mainstream bullshit.
I would never be Jewish, so yeah.
What? Oh,
in
if you
the
found you were
comments.
Jewish, would you still like and support black metal? I found that I was like, do you mean Jewish as in like genetics, like my ancestors were Jewish, or do you mean if I just all of a sudden started, you know, taking up the Jewish faith? I would have to be extremely convinced that there is a God before that happened, and even then, I don't think I would take up Judaism.
Yeah.
Just it astounds me. No offense to anyone watching, but it astounds me that in this day and age, adults still believe in an invisible man in the sky watching everything you do and silently judging you, and yet still does nothing about starvation, still does nothing about shit that happens like Rwanda, mass genocide, still does nothing. Like, apparently people in Flint still don't have any drinking water. Like, you know, if there was a God, World War II wouldn't have happened. All the genocides of the black people and the Jews would have never happened. The Holocaust wouldn't have happened if this God gave two shits. None of this would have happened. So if there is one, he's a giant dick, and he doesn't care about any of us or what happens here. So sorry. Like, and the fact that adults still believe in this, because fuck thinking logically for a couple of minutes.
Fuck. I mean,
well, this live stream is definitely getting demonetized.
Yeah, I don't know. No comment. It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, believe what you believe. I mean, for example, my mom, she's a 55 or 56-year-old woman. Forgive me for not knowing your age, Mom. Been around a really fucking long time, so I don't know. Anyways, she's a grown woman. She was raised Christian, brought up in a Christian home. She goes to she went to church a lot back in the day, and she tried to raise her kids Christian, i.e., me and my sister. But I mean, and she still believes in the Holy Bible today. She still like tries to do her crusading and stuff and preaching overseas and stuff like that. She's got her own like Without Him We're Lost group on Facebook, and she preaches to people in Africa and South Africa and all about the glory of Jesus. So I mean, I can't really say too much, but I don't know. I don't understand how logical thinking adults in this day and age can believe in something that has no physical evidence to exist. There's nothing that proves that any of the events in the Bible happened, that Jesus existed, that God exists or existed. So, yeah. And when you ask them to bring up proof, they were like, "Oh, well, this is proof. I'm breathing. I can see. Miracles happen every day. People miraculously get cured of cancer. People can pray, and your lesions will leave your body." And like, to anyone who doesn't have a fine grasp of science and modern day technology and medicine, sure, they're miracles. God did it. But to anyone who actually, like to anyone who actually has a logistic like knowledge of science, medicine, technology, and just the way how fucking things work in general, like there are oodles of factors that could explain away these miracles. I'm sorry. It's like, I mean, there's also mind over matter. The human brain hasn't, the science of studying the human brain hasn't fully mapped everything yet. There's studies that say that we may have control over different things in your body if we are somehow able to harness that specific concentration. Like, long story short, like they're saying that if we had enough ability to control certain things in our bodies, we could fix ourselves from being sick. We could stop ourselves from aging by focusing concentration of different reparative atoms in our genes and stuff like that. Like, you could stop yourself having a cold by using that unlocked part of your brain to focus on where the sickness is and produce more antibodies, just stuff like that. Like, but we haven't scientifically unmapped that part of the brain yet, or figured out how to unlock those abilities within our own bodies. So I'm just saying,
Yeah, I don't
miracles. Yeah, miracles may have happened in, anything below 1700s, but like as modern medicine and science have progressed, a lot of these so-called miracles could be explained away pretty easy if you took the blinders off. Frost giants?
Yeah, I was reading that shit.
Oh my god. You guys are hilarious. Speaking of Thor and frost giants, I cannot fucking wait to see the Ragnarok film. That's going to be sick. Oh man.
Is it Ragnarok? Good band.
Yeah, highly underrated.
Mm-hmm.
Super highly underrated. Underrated. They came out with a new album last year too, didn't they?
I think it was.
Or
Was it last year? I don't remember.
It was either last year or 2015. But yeah, they came out with a new album fairly recently.
Let's find out. Ugh, good.
So yeah, if anyone's in this chat, definitely go check out Ragnarok, the band. Highly underrated Norwegian black metal. I need to get their first album.
Yeah, Psychopathology. Yeah, it came out last year.
Yeah, that one. Good stuff.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I think I have most. I have most of their albums on CD. Yeah, I got Notford, A Rising Realm, In Nomine Satanas, Black Door Miracle, Collectors of the King.
Do they have that many albums?
Malediction, yeah.
Holy shit.
So yeah, I'm only missing 2 of their albums on CD.
I thought they only had 3, and the newest one being the third one.
No, they have like fucking 9.
God damn.
Or 8, yeah.
What's that medieval looking one with like the red on the sides? I thought that was their first album.
Is it Notford?
Natford? I don't think so.
There's A Rising Realm.
Maybe.
That's probably their best album, in my opinion. That album's fucking great.
Oh shit. D Deliriums just saw Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I'm jealous. That looks like it's gonna be fucking amazing. Even though I don't give a shit about that guy with the fin on his head, Yondu. Fucking. But I've heard that Yondu's story is actually pretty important or good. But I don't know. I just don't like that actor. He annoys me in everything he plays.
I didn't see the first one, so
No?
I don't know. I don't those movies. I don't care for. So,
You're not into comic book films?
not really.
You don't feel inspired and a need to clench that justice craving?
Not
See
really.
bad guys getting their ass kicked.
Not really.
Oh, it doesn't mean for you. I don't know. I always loved the comic book films and stuff like that. Just the idea of having superpowers is kind of cool, and being able to like get rid of evil in a very visceral way has always intrigued me. I guess that's my inner SJW.
Your inner nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you do your nerd corner videos.
Yeah, I had to find an outlet for that because there's just so much I want to talk about when it comes to those things. But I don't know. Anyone who comes here is normally here for like my slam or black metal collection updates. It's also kind of why I stopped doing my Rage Quit series when I do like filming the video game stuff. But
Oh yeah.
well, that and the camera that I was using is just like the phone that I was using for it was garbage. It doesn't record the greatest. And then like I also have to make sure the kids aren't around making a whole bunch of noise because then I have to film it in my living room. And then like the reflection of the light bulb on my ceiling, like reflecting off the TV screen, is also balls. I don't have $200 or $300 to spend on a video capture card. Just so many things that would need to go into that if I wanted to do it properly. I think I might, speaking of black metal and whatnot, I'll probably do a video soon about all my EPs or 7 inches that I have, just to show them off again because it's been a while since I showed off any of my old like 7-inch vinyls and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got a few now, probably about 5 or 6, maybe 7 inches. Don't have any 10 inches. I don't think I know anything that I would even want to get that's on 10 inch.
Drowning the Light.
Does Drowning Light have some 10 inches?
Yeah, I have a bunch of their 10 inches.
No shit.
Yeah.
Tour de Garde or somewhere else?
I know Hell's Headbangers just stocked a few of them. Don't know if they have any in stock. Maybe Ominous Domain might have one or two. I don't know. Yeah, I think it was Ominous Domain that had some. Yeah. Yeah. I think most of their EPs are on 10-inch.
Oh. So I guess the infested worm or infested wound or whatever I got was like one of their only 7 inches then? The one with like the naked chick on the front with all
Yeah, the patron saint of filth and mold. Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Someone says, what is your second hobby besides collecting music? Well, I've got a lot of hobbies per se. I'm a very hands-on person, and I'm someone that if I don't have like work per se or job, I have a lot of just random things that I do and hobbies and other things that I do to like make money. And I don't mean selling weed because I don't do drugs or anything like that. I just mean like trading or doing random labor jobs or selling things in my collection that I just don't need anymore that I've had from years back when I did have a job, back when I did security for 5 years. Made a lot of income during that and got a lot of things that I really no longer need. I have this weird thing of where I'll go through like a month or two of like binge phases of wanting or enjoying the certain thing, and then like once that's over, I'll maybe still enjoy it a little bit, but then like a year later, I'm like, what the fuck? Why did I get all this shit? And then sell it and then have new money for my new interest. Like sort of like when you're a kid and like Pogs were a thing, and you're like, oh, I gotta buy like 40 million Pogs and Slammers and Super Slammers and like Poison Caps. And it's like, then you turn 10 and you're like, why the fuck did I spend all my, chore money on that? Why did I spend all my allowance on that dumb shit? I could have spent my money on birth control and condoms and getting my fucking on. Or I don't know, what do you do when you're 10? But kidding. Totally kidding. No, actually, speaking of 10 years old, I think I started collecting CDs when I was 10. So that's funny. Yeah, I started collecting CDs and music through Columbia House, which is like a zine.
Zines. I heard he was back.
Yeah. Speaking of
our number one fan,
Jason Freeman, back. Yeah, I don't know if he like made a new channel or what, but I just see him pop up in my my phone on my emails. Jason Freeman has subscribed to you. I'm like, what do you fucking do? I made it. But yeah.
All you gotta do is type his name in on the YouTube search and it'll pop up.
It's weird that he pops up right away, considering his name is like a John Smith name. It's a very like average, not super like special name.
Yeah, he's on here still.
Why is he even? I don't even get it. Why is Jason even on the internet?
His latest video is called Zines 101.
Seriously?
What's underground and what's mainstream? his thumbnail, the picture that he used, it says a thing that says, "These are underground zines!" !
Fuck's sakes. Freeman, if you're watching, nobody
oh my god
cares. Nobody cares. Here's what you can do with your zines. Okay, buddy. Fold them in gently from the sides, roll to a nice tube, and firmly insert them into your prolapsed anus. Nobody cares. Nobody from this century cares. But yeah, wow. Someone says, what are your thoughts on Shining? You mean like the depressive suicidal black metal band?
I don't know what other band they'd be talking about.
Like the movie, maybe? But no, if you're talking about the band, they're phenomenal, really.
Yeah, Shining's great.
Another great band to check out if you're into The Shining. Check out Make a Change and Kill Yourself.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Really, really good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think Nick's got a few of their vinyl.
Yeah, I have their first album on vinyl. It's really good.
Very nice.
Definitely one of the best DSBM records, just in general.
Did you check out Nihilistic Pain yet?
Oh shit, did I? I don't remember. I watched your review. I don't remember. No, I didn't check it out. Fuck.
The first track is a little deceiving because it's more like an intro, like a really long intro, so you don't really get to hear too much. It's mostly just like a lot of like fuzzy noise and guitaring in the way background, and then his vocals kind of on top doing like the kind of depressive vocals, whatever. But like the next song that kicks in, the self-titled song, is really good. Definitely check that one out. Yeah, I also need to get some Shining on CD for sure. At least the first 4 albums. Man, when I get some money, I need to like go to Tour de Garde and get all their Judas Iscariot stuff too. They got like 4 or 5 CDs on there and a few tapes of them on there. And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't have the money for all of these beautiful, beautiful they're just sitting there teasing me. They're like, buy us. And my wallet's like, with what? I go,
yep.
I think there's like the 3rd person to say they love your Burzum shirt, bro.
Yeah, I know. I've seen that a few times.
Is that Debt Song?
Yeah.
Nice. Engong Horror. Yep. Black Sabbath kick-ass too. Well, of course.
Yep. Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath.
Birth, Death, and the first 4 Sabbath albums. Have you seen that meme?
Yeah.
Pretty funny. Pretty much anything with Ozzy's really good. And then, you know, Dio comes in and you're just like, yeah.
Yeah, Dio just wasn't like the albums he made with Black Sabbath were good, but just as for him singing Ozzy's Black Sabbath stuff is just,
yeah. Sorry, Dio, you're not Sabbath. Rip, but you're not.
Yeah,
Sabbath.
He wasn't, and then not only that, but it's like Black Sabbath is not like was never supposed to be like a Dungeons and Dragons kind of band, and then so when they brought, you know, Ronnie James Dio in, you know, he was writing songs, so you know that's what, you know, they're
he twisted Iommi's arm a bit.
You know, it's like he tried to bring Rainbow into Black Sabbath.
They should have called it Black Rainbow.
Yeah.
I would have been down for that. I would have been like, fine, no, that's cool, I get it. People from Sabbath is now with Dio, and now they're called Black Rainbow. That wouldn't have been such a slap in the face to the Black Sabbath legacy. Like, I would have been down with that.
Cool, I mean, nothing wrong with Dio or Rainbow. I love Rainbow.
Yeah, like on their own, like it's like Dio's solo project, sweet. You know, Eye of the Tiger, whatever, or not that song, but
holy,
song called,
Ride the Tiger.
Yeah, that one. My bad. Wow.
Yeah.
That was good. Anything that he did in Rainbow was good. Anything that he did in Dinosaur Jr. was good.
Oh, nice! You got to see Take, John B.
Oh, damn!
I got to see them last year.
That'd be so sweet.
Yeah, they do. Like, people keep bitching about how to pronounce their name. Like, there was somebody left a comment on one of my videos when I said Take, and they're like, it's pronounced Take. I'm like, really?
Like
I didn't. He's basically busting my balls because I pronounced it wrong, apparently.
Well, I've heard people pronounce it toke. I've heard some people pronounce it talk or tack. I've heard someone actually pronounce it tack. I'm like, no, God, it's take. It's not hard. It's take.
Yeah, I call it take.
And the reason why I know how to pronounce it, if you've seen some interviews with the dude from Take, he'll say it to host. He'll say it to the interviewer. Like, if they pronounce it wrong, he'll be like, "Oh, it's Take."
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, okay, Take. And they'll say it wrong, and he'll just look at them like, "I'm going to stab you." But he'll keep answering the questions. Yeah, great. Yeah, see, we even got consensus in the comments section here. It's like, yeah, Black Rainbow sounds sexy. It does.
No, their set wasn't short when I saw them. I'm reading the comments. So.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to read them too, just because don't want to disappoint our 13 viewers. Yeah, Rod, you should probably get your Metalhead box soon. Like I just got mine, and I live in Oshawa, Ontario, and the Black Metal Werewolf got his, and he's in Toronto-ish, I think. And so the Metalhead box is located in like the Greater Toronto area. So like if we're just getting our boxes now after like the 25th, and it's now the 3rd of this month, like you probably, if you're in the States, should expect yours within the, like next week or the week after that. So maybe Friday of next week you might get yours. Unfortunately, I mean Canada Post sucks dick. They suck 12 dicks at once. So imagine an entire hot dog in your mouth, and that's how much they suck. But yeah, you'll eventually get them, man. And I can back it up that it's definitely worth it. It's fucking sick. Like, look at all those goodies.
Yeah.
Can't wait to dive in and re-check out some of these bands, because like I said, some of them they remind me, or I can remember a little bit, but the other ones I'm kind of like super foggy on what they even sound like, but I remember the names. So yeah, can't wait to dive into that. Probably tomorrow, because after this I'm probably just gonna head to bed. Because
yeah.
Gonna be 32 this year. Holy fuck.
Damn, you old fuck.
Right?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
God damn.
32 is not old. Somebody mentioned, Metalhead mentioned Carpathian Forest, too.
Carpathian Forest and Nat Frost.
Yeah.
Both good bands in my books. I'm not a big fan of Carpathian Forest's like first 3 releases, but
I love all their albums.
I think Obsession with Death and Fuck You All is probably their best stuff, though.
Yeah, Fuck You All is great. I don't know why they haven't put anything out recently.
Label troubles, maybe.
Same. Guys, Fuck You All came out a while back. That was their last album.
Yeah, well, I think it was directed towards the label they were on. Like that's why they called it "Fuck You All."
Yeah, it might have been.
And then that's why they also released, I think, the live "We're Going to Hell for This."
Oh yeah.
Because they knew that they were going to release an album called "Fuck You All" on the label that they're having problems with. So that's probably why they're not allowed to make anything right now. Yeah, I mean, it's black metal. You got to be controversial, right?
Yep. Well, I would say, well, I'm probably gonna call it a night here pretty soon, because I'm tired.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, unless anyone's got some really important questions for us, I'll probably
speak now or forever hold your peace.
Yeah, I'll probably call it a night pretty soon too. I might stay on until 12 myself, but if Nick's got to go, then that's cool. Someone says thoughts on Croc and Gren. Now I'm going to give Rod a pass because he's a new sub and he doesn't know what we've talked about in the past. But thoughts on Croc and Gren. The first 2 albums were really, really good. That being Lamendum and Where the Corpses Sink Forever, I believe. Or is Death Came Through a Phantom Ship the second one?
I don't know their discography.
Well, so either way, the first 2 releases really good. The unreleased EP that they had, I can't remember the name of it. That's super fucking rare that they only released by themselves before they got signed, was really good. But then once it started getting closer to the This is not a fairy tale era. It just started going downhill from there. And the newest album that they're making just, oh, yeah, it's awful. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. Like the first new track they dropped was like, I don't know why they say the name of the song 4 times in the chorus the way they do it. Like how do you do that and think it's a good idea? Like it's the I don't know how to explain it. It's like there's a way to write music and then there's a way to not write music. Like you can do it in a million different styles, you know, in different genres, but there's a way to compose things and then there's a way to not, that just should have came super obvious to them, but I don't know. I really don't like what they did with the chorus. The rest of the song was okay, and it would have been tolerable if it wasn't for how they did that chorus. I did not like it. Song for the Dead. Yes, thank you, Gabriel. That's what it was. It's like you don't need to say "Song for the Dead" 4 times in the chorus. We get it. We read the song title. Okay, we get it. It's a song for the dead. It's like they ran out of ideas and they just stuck the song title in the chorus 4 times and went, "Yep, good enough. No one's gonna care." And then they come up with a song called Charlie because that's not racist. Yeah, I don't know. There's gonna be like Vietnam veterans getting triggered and flashbacks from that. My grandpa died of PTSD thanks to new Crockett Angren album.
Oh yeah, no comment on Crock and Grin.
What do you guys think about the new wave of traditional heavy metal like Eternal Champion, Ambush, or White Wizard?
I haven't listened to any of them.
Yeah, I'd have to listen to any of those first, but I'm not a fan of new wave anything. New wave of British heavy metal, new wave of black metal, whatever that's called. Like,
there's a new wave of black metal.
well, yeah, it's like NW or new wave of British heavy metal or Nawabum, whatever, and then
yeah.
like new wave of black heavy metal, or I think it's called, or something like that, within the similar vein of those acronyms, and that's awful too. At least personally, I'm not saying it's untalented. I just when I say something is awful or terrible, I mean that's how it sounds to me, and like, I don't enjoy it. I don't mean it's like actually untalented or someone shouldn't listen to it if that's their thing. So. I listen to classical, orchestral, and opera. Cool. Blind Guardian and Falconer, I would suggest if you like that stuff, because they're pretty good. Maybe early Nightwish. Someone says, what is the best South American black metal band you've heard? Oh.
Shit, I don't know.
Question. I'd have to remember what black metal bands are from South America to begin with.
I'm not cult enough to know any.
maybe Sarcophago, but were they even South American?
Yeah, they're from Brazil. Were they from another? Yeah, they were. Were they from
Brazil?
Right?
Yeah,
I think they were. Yeah.
So then, I guess Sarcophago. In Rio is amazing. That one where the Reaper's like licking Jesus's face is good. I like pretty much everything that Sarcophago's done, even though it's not all exactly the same, and they've kind of changed their sound over the years. But I enjoy what they've done. I think Maniac Butcher is from South America, but Epitaph, I think it's what it's called.
Fuck. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not super familiar with Sarcophago. I mean, I know there's some of their stuff, but I don't like know their fucking discography.
Yeah. Here we go. These guys. And I want to get a patch of theirs. I keep seeing it on eBay and I just never pick it up. But yeah, it's really good. I enjoy Epitaph a little better than this Argentinian version of Black Blood, which on this it's called Sang Negro instead of Cerna Krev. But yeah, I mean, the band pictures are pretty satirical. Like if you look at that, that's just really jokes. Like what the fuck's going on with that guy's hair? It looks like murder face, but with black corpse paint on. And then this guy looks way too shocked to be having his picture taken. He's like, "Oh, you're taking picture now? Oh shit!" Like, you know, I didn't get in brutal pose. Ah, fuck, it's good enough anyway. We don't have money to pay this photographer. We're black metal, not Metallica.
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 Yeah.
Have you seen that or watched that remix video of all of his yeahs?
Oh, it's so great.
Rod says, "How about Abigail Williams?" I think they were good. I
haven't
listened to some of their stuff, but then it just kind of faded to like the back of my memory. So it's like, they're like symphonic black metal a little bit, I think, but it doesn't like overpower their sound. Like that's not the main element of their music. So I think I can get behind it. Like, sort of like they incorporate it a little bit, sort of like how they did on the Nightside Eclipse. In the Nightside Eclipse, like Emperor's first one, they didn't incorporate a lot of symphonic stuff on that album, just enough to not be the new Dimmu. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Abigail Williams was pretty good. Someone says, check out I Am the Hammer by Eternal Champion. Wasn't Eternal Champions like a Sega Genesis video game back in the day that was like...
I think there's something like that.
It's like Larson was like this thug in an overcoat with like a fedora and had like brass knuckles. And then there was like this weird like guy named Trigon who was like this swamp thing looking dude with like weird like lasers on his hands.
Yeah, it was
Xavier, and he was like this kind of
it's called
man, holy nostalgia.
Yeah, it's called Eternal Champions for Sega.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to play that game so badly now. That was like the welfare version of fucking Killer Instinct and like Street Fighter. Like for the kids that couldn't afford that, they went to the bargain bin and got Eternal Champions instead. Holy shit.
Oh man.
Batushka. They are good. Oh my god. Yes. Batushka is great. Thy Antichrist. Yup. They're good. I have their first album, The Forests of Witchery, and then I also have Christ Crusher. That's a great album. Yeah. Actually, if anyone wants to buy Forests of Witchery off me, I'd probably be willing to sell that. It's pretty rare. So I'm going to say maybe 20 shipped.
Damn.
So for the US, that would be like maybe 15 of your dollars.
Yeah.
Getting boned hard here in the Great White North. It's almost like the Great White ripoff. Holy shit. Like 1 Canadian dollar is worth 75 of your cents, maybe.
Something like that. Ugh.
What the hell, eh?
Ugh. Hey, Troy is in the comments too,
Oh shit.
asking a bunch of retarded questions, and now he's like, okay, serious question. Worst album cover?
Metal kids in the house. In the igloo. Worst album cover you own? Holy shit. Probably a Slam cover. They got the most ridiculous artwork ever. It's just terrible quality. It's like looks like it's done on MS Paint sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Good question. There's some
Yeah.
awful stuff. Maybe this, if I can pull it out. Maybe Potatoes for Christmas by Papa Roach. That's a pretty shitty album cover.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's just like this really demented potato coming up out of the ground. Like, pretty sure Papa Roach didn't even want this released, but the guy that recorded it released it anyways. This is also actually really rare, by the way. That this probably goes for like $100.
Damn.
Yeah, and it's fucking
Papa Roach CD. Damn. Holy shit.
Oh, if you ever see a old friends from young years by Papa Roach, that shit is just huge money. Like if you had a CD copy of that, that probably would go for around $300.
Damn.
Yeah.
Someone says, okay, now best album cover.
Best album cover? I don't know. Can't really think right now. Maybe something by, I don't know. From the Abyss is pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
I love Lovecraftian Cthulhu looking artwork.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
Anything that Necrolord does is fucking awesome.
Yeah. Maybe one of the old school Inquisition album covers too.
Mm-hmm.
The artwork for that's pretty damn good. Maxime Tacardi, he does some interesting stuff.
The guy that Wyatt has a massive boner for.
Oh yeah, all the blood work.
Yeah.
Like the front cover for Zero is pretty interesting. So KFR maybe. Belphegor. Yeah, Belphegor is good. I have I think 2 of their albums. I definitely need to get a fuck ton more, like The Last Supper, Lucifer and Cestus, Hex, something. I don't know, but yeah, their entire discography is fantastic. Really enjoyed the new album. It reminded me a lot of Bondage Goat Zombie, but just a little more beefed up. Bondage Goat Zombie is probably like their best album though. Malakesh. I don't really know Malakesh.
Yeah, never heard of him.
Are they like a noise death black or a black and death noise group, or am I thinking something else?
I have no idea.
Oh my god. Someone's like Porn Flakes by Rompa Promp.
God.
That's great.
All right. Yeah. And oh god.
Little known fact, Nick's favorite group or subgenre is porno grind.
Yeah, any porno grind album covers are amazing.
Like asphyxiated bitch sandwich, or like shit stench from hell album, or like anything from Gutalax is fucking hilarious. Diarrhea Fantasy by Torso Fuck.
Oh God, torso fuck.
Yeah.
Raped
Hey,
by
Daddy.
elephants.
Hey, Daddy, look what I can do. Look what I can do. God. What the fuck are you doing, you sick son of a bitch? And then the elephant noise. So good.
God.
Oh,
Sperm Swamp. You heard of Sperm
oh
Swamp?
yeah, they're like smooth jazz and porno grind. So good. That's funny shit. I don't actually own anything by them, but I wish I did. Just for the sheer ludicrousness of having something like that on a physical format. Maybe it would be even funnier. Maybe like a Satan's Revenge on Mankind vinyl. I think that's the only way it could get more ludicrous.
oh, let's see.
Or like biological monstrosity.
Some cock and ball torture.
Nice. All right. Well, it's getting down to 12 o'clock. What's this last question here? If you could listen to only 3 bands for the rest of your life, which bands would you pick?
Oh shit.
Well, that's hard because if you listen
That's
to something,
extremely hard.
well, if you listen to something that often, you're just going to get bored of it anyway. So you
Yeah.
might as well just be something that's not catchy at all. Because if it's something that's catchy, then it's going to get stuck in your head a lot, and then after it's lost its catchy factor, then it's just going to get horribly annoying. Like if you ever listen to anything that you thought was super cool and catchy back in the day, and then you put it on nowadays, you're just gonna get this nostalgia boner, or you're gonna want to shoot yourself in the face. So yeah, nothing catchy. If anything, I would want something that sounds like pretty much every second wave black metal band out there, just so it doesn't get how do you say? Because if it sounds like every second wave black metal band out there, then you don't have the painful thing of, oh, this one thing is getting old and it sounds like this one specific niche thing. You know, at least it sounds like, well, it just sounds like every other black metal band I listen to. So it's not like it's this one specific sound over and over and over again. I don't know if I'm explaining it properly or if that makes sense. But
yeah. Well, okay then.
So I guess to answer your question, probably Nordreed, something by Nordreed, something by Owl's Blood, and maybe Kill for Satan by Shooter.
Shooter.
Yeah. So yeah.
I couldn't fucking choose. Just 3 bands. That's fuck that.
Well, either do those 3 or be something like really groovy and kind of upbeat. So maybe like folky black metal, something like Finnish Steel Storm, Now Diabolical by Satyricon. Because even though I know that's catchy and I would get annoyed of it after a while, just King, the Pentagram Burns, and like the other track that's on it that's super good is, oh man. If I integrated them a certain way and just held off on the Diabolical, Now Diabolical for a while, and just listened to the other 2 albums, and then brought it back every other year and listened to that a lot, then I think I could do it. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Dark Funeral's good.
Any of the Blue albums.
Any of the Blue albums.
If you get the ones with the giant 3D CGI Satan on it, fuck that. Like,
I like all their albums. Like I don't think they have a bad album, but they definitely have albums that are better than others.
like this one right here. This might be the only decent.
Oh yeah, Diabolus Sanitarium's good.
But like the one after that and the one after that with the even bigger, dumber Satan face on it, fuck no. I'm not getting those albums. Even Vobiscum Satanis as a Blue album is still kind of ass sometimes for me. Have you guys heard of Dark Fortress?
Yeah, Dark Fortress is great.
You guys need to go listen to some Dark Fortress, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you haven't heard Tales from Eternal Dusk, you're missing out. That album's fucking amazing.
Boom.
Yep.
Go listen to this right now.
Mm-hmm. If you like dissection and stuff like that, you will love that band.
So good. Even Vlem's a pretty good album.
Yeah, all their stuff is good in my opinion.
Well, I mean, Vlem was kind of an album by them, but it's still like, even though it's kind of for Dark Fortress, like it's still, compared to a lot of other things, fantastic. Also, random band to tell everyone to check out, but check out oh god damn it, what's their name? I think they're a US black metal band. Fuck, where the hell is it? I can't find it, but they're really good. Damon something is the name of the album. I got it from CDN Records a while back. Speaking of CDN Records, I'm gonna have to see what sales they've got on this month, because I know it's not 60% anymore, because it's not April anymore. But yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna call tonight.
All right, man. Sounds good.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm out. I'm going to bed.
Cheers, man. Have a good one.
Yep. You too. Thanks for having me on.
Hell yeah.
As well.
Thanks for joining me.
Yep.
Well, that was Nick from Motley Crue Forever One. Definitely check the guy's channel out. His collection is probably a few times better than mine, that's for sure. He's got way more vinyl. Whereas I'm more of a CD collector, he's more of a vinyl collector. So definitely check him out. He knows his shit, that's for sure. Glad to have met him on the YouTubes. Someone says thoughts on Scour. Now that would be Phil Anselmo's black metal project. I really enjoy that, actually. It was way better than I think anyone expected, considering all the drama with Phil Anselmo and the whole white power thing that he did on stage. So yeah. Other than that, though, definitely looking forward to more Scour in the future. Hopefully they get on making a full-length LP more like sooner than later, because it was shockingly good. I recommend anyone check that out. Phil Anselmo was in a black metal band way back in the day called Viking Crown, but it's got nothing on Scour. Scour fucking owns. So yeah, it's just a little bit past 12 in the morning here in my time. So unless anyone has any super duper crazy questions they got for me, I'm probably going to check out myself. I hope everyone enjoyed the Metalhead box for April. I know I did, and I am definitely going to invest that that $39.99 US to get myself a box and pay for it, because it's definitely worth it. Let's see. Someone says, Derek the Diverse Collector says, a band that you want to see live that you haven't yet. Fuck. Hundreds. I actually have not seen too many bands in my life, and the ones that I have, they're more mainstream. I mean, I've seen Black Sabbath live. I've seen Rob Zombie live. It was good. Rob Zombie live was a little lackluster for me, even though like he played a lot of the songs that I enjoyed, and like he played his hits, like they're good, but he would like not sing certain parts of the songs, and he'd kind of just like run around stage and do stuff that wasn't really necessary, and kind of winded himself, so he didn't have enough breath, I guess, to sing some of the songs. So it's kind of like he could have put on a better performance, in my opinion. But I was glad to see them. Korn was another one, but then they opened for Rob Zombie. I seen Slipknot and Manson. What was another one? Oh yeah, I also accompanied my wife to go see the Papa Roach and Five Finger Death Punch show. From Ashes to New opened though, and I really enjoyed that band, so at least I got to see them. But bands that I would like to see, probably any black metal band, because I fucking haven't seen any live, and it's a goddamn criminal shame. So like any of the big name black metal bands I would love to see: Mayhem, Marduk, Watain, Emperor if they decide to play earlier shit. Fuck, I don't know. Just any fucking black metal band would be nice. Sedition through Scorn. Sorry for the late joining. What are your thoughts on the new Goatwhore album? I don't know, actually. I only have the two previous albums on CD, and I haven't actually gotten around to checking out the new Goatwhore. It's probably really good, because Goatwhore. But Tainted Lord, aka Mr. Necro Lee, told me it was really, really good and that I should check it out. And I probably will. I'll probably check it out tomorrow sometime and see what the hype's about. Hey, well, I'm glad to have you, D Delirium. I'm glad you finally got to catch one of these videos. Glad you enjoyed the stuff in the box, Rod. Glad to have you as a new subscriber, and thanks for joining for sure. Thank you to Door Kicker. I appreciate that. Glad you think I'm the man. I'm just another metalhead YouTuber, just a dime a dozen, man. But I appreciate that. Cheers for that. You should come to Full Terror Assault Festival. There will be some black metal bands there. I'd love to. However, is that in the States? Because if it is, I don't see myself getting over there. I'm in Ontario, Canada, so black metal stuff is a rarity up here, unless it's like independent bands from Quebec coming down. I would love to see Fire Cult or Finite come from British Columbia over here to tour. That'd be sick to see them. They're probably one of my favorite Canadian black metal bands. What's another one? Cryptic Howling. They're also a black metal band from Canada that I believe might be still together. Be pretty sweet to see them. I have their first two albums. I just don't have the third one. Not that it's expensive or rare or anything like that. I just have not gotten around to getting it. So. Well, the thing about the UK is, at least it's closer to like any of the Norwegian or Sweden black metal bands. So D Delirium, I would think that you'd have a more of an opportunity to catch some black metal down there than me, because any black metal bands need to fly overseas to come see me. One cool band that I did see open or come to North America or Canada was on their very first North American tour, and my band Diaphasia actually opened up for them, and that's Wyatt's favorite band, Anal Nathrak. And they were fantastic. The lead singer of Diaphasia and my band actually bought the lead singer a beer, and chatted with him for a little bit, I think. As well, we actually the Anal Nathrak guitarist had problems with his head for his cab and guitar setup, so I think it blew or something. So he ended up borrowing the head that I used. So he actually borrowed my head for the show, which was fucking sick. So I was glad to be able to help out Anal Nathrak and catch them for their first North American tour. That was probably one of the coolest things I've seen and done. But yeah, so many black metal bands to catch live that I haven't seen. There's like the scene, like the metal scene around here is mostly deathcore and metalcore and hardcore and maybe some punk. Like I'm doing drums for Savor the Flavor, and we're kind of like a punk band with some hardcore elements. Like Alex, our other vocalist, he's more of like a hardcore screamer and does like crazy shrieky screams. Really good, really talented dude. But yeah, even like just straight up punk bands around here are pretty scarce from my knowledge. So yeah, I don't know. Metalhead, you missed Nick leaving. I think that's about it. So yeah, I'm gonna head out of here probably in about 5 minutes. So ask away any questions you got before I head out of here. Once again, thanks for joining me. If you have, hope you enjoyed what the April box for the Metalhead box has offered. My favorite things in this is obviously the Blasphemy shirt. Definitely the 2 Canadian black metal CDs that I got, and the fucking Celtic Frost poster. Oh, pretty sweet. Definitely worth it. The $39.99 US is definitely worth it. I think the shipping might be a little bit more if you live in the States, but honestly, you get way more than $50 worth of stuff in here. Like I got 4 CDs, a T-shirt, a DVD of a live band from Blood Bone or something. Fuck, I'm gonna pull that out again. I can't remember what it was. This Bloodstorm. Yeah, I got live DVD of Bloodstorm from the U.S. black metal band. Poster, signed card here by the lead or one of the guitarists from Gore Guts, which is a fantastic kind of like slightly brutal death metal, maybe slightly slam, but mostly just death metal band. Really cool. There is a YouTube channel called Hardcore Worldwide, I believe. I'm actually subscribed to them, so maybe check out my subscriptions on my YouTube. And if you find them, check it out. There's lots of good bands. There's a band called The Scam. Fantastic hardcore punk band. And then there's what the hell's the name? They're not the Distillers. That's a good female-fronted punk band, but they're called something else. The Descent, or not the Descendants. That's also actually a good punk band. Fuck. But they're on the Hardcore Worldwide channel, so check that out for sure. Metalhead says I paid $45 for mine. So is that 45 US shipped to get to you? If so, that's not too bad. I mean, if I had to pay that, that'd probably be $65 Canadian. So a little pricey, but even then, if you have the money kicking around and you like a nice fat surprise every month with a cool shirt, some CDs, and some posters, and maybe some signed shit, then yeah, it's still pretty worth it. I mean, sure, you could just go out and pick out whatever you like on Discogs or eBay or your local record store and just buy what you want to buy. But then where's the surprise? You know, it's not like Christmas anymore. You already know what you're getting, and there's no surprise, and there's nothing. There's no new discovery. Like I always say, like in these boxes, you might not get something that you know, but if you choose the genre that you more than likely like if you're into death metal, then pick the death metal box. Or if you're into thrash metal, then pick the thrash metal box. And if you get something that you're not aware of or don't know already, it could be your new favorite band. So it's pretty worth it. And if you don't like stuff that's in your box, go to the Facebook Metalhead box group and trade it with a fellow box scriptee. I don't know. But yeah, so it's never a waste. It's always cool, unless you just really, really don't like surprises or getting stuff that you don't know. Then, you know, what's the point of living if you don't have anything surprising and new to put in your life? Did you just join Savor the Flavor as a permanent member? That's what I'm wondering from your Facebook. Yeah, basically, I put up an ad looking for punk band, or yeah, basically me looking for punk band members. And then they're like, "Hey, we're a punk band. Do you want to, you know, try out for drums?" And I'm like, "Well, close enough." So I went and tried out, and they seem to be enjoying what I've been doing. We've had about 7 jams now. Every time I go there, it's always positive feedback. They're always very encouraging. They tell me they enjoy what I do. They say it's very unique. It's not too over the top. And they said, "Yeah, you are definitely a punk drummer." So I would say I'm a permanent member. I don't know if I'm supposed to tell anyone, but we've started recording, so I'm pretty sure that I'm permanent. So yeah, probably been in the band about a month now, maybe a little bit more. It's fun stuff. Glad to be in it. Glad to be doing punk. Can't complain. Delirium says, "Do they do a mixed box?" Yeah, I am pretty sure if you don't select a specific genre, they'll just send you whatever they have the most of, and you'll get a mix of death, thrash, black, regular heavy metal, I guess. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they have just mixed boxes if you don't select a specific genre. Do you read the comics too, or just watch superhero movies? Well, I have what I would consider a fairly extensive DC comic and graphic novels, you know, collection. It's not amazing. There's like probably 2 feet in length of comics on a shelf over there, about that wide. But yeah, it's mostly just DC stuff. If I had the money for more DC comics, I'd make it rain, man. Like I'm a huge DC Comics nerd. I love that shit. There is so much that I'm behind on. There's a few Justice League novels and stuff that I've missed out on. There's probably a few Crises that I've missed on. Well, maybe not. I think I'm actually up to date on most of the Crises. I don't have any of the new 52 stuff. So like I'm way behind on that. I'm way behind on the Blackest Night for the Green Lantern series. I think I have the very first graphic novel they released in that series, and that's it. Like any of my money goes, well, extra spending money, that is. Any of my extra spending money now goes towards like CDs and vinyl and you know, merch. So Yeah. Just reading your guys' comments here. If you're wondering what I'm doing, just trying to catch up. Rod, you say you chose the death metal box. So yeah, you should probably get a whole bunch of death metal related items. There are some like exclusive Metalhead box only items, so that goes to pretty much everyone, I think. But yeah, you should mostly get death metal items if that's what you chose. If you're already subscribed and like if you're already subscribed, you should have gone on the website and you should have been able to click either like a specific genre, like black, death, thrash, whatever, or if you don't select it, I think it's just whatever they give you is what they give you, any genre. But they have said that you can go each month and change it. Like if 1 month you're into death metal, and then just randomly throughout the month your taste changes, and you're like, oh shit, I just discovered black metal. It's fantastic, but my box is coming soon. I better, you could probably go back somehow to change your subscription. If you're not sure how to, maybe just email them or message the Metalhead Box page on Facebook is my suggestion. Like me, if I did a monthly subscription and I just paid every month, it probably wouldn't change. I'd probably just get them to send me black metal all the time. And if I wanted any like death metal or punk stuff, I don't think they have any punk, so I just like, death metal would be the only other selection from them I choose. I wouldn't choose thrash because there's like this amount of thrash that I actually really enjoy, and that's probably mostly early, like first wave black metal thrash. So, but yeah, there should be a way to do it. And any death metal related stuff, I normally just go to CDN Records for. It's always like really inexpensive for me because he's in Canada, so the shipping rate's low too, and he always has like either 50% off or buy one get one free, buy two get three free, etc., etc. Speaking of DC Comics, one of my favorites is Superman, Batman, Public Enemies. I think I have that, and if I don't, I've read it. I picked it up at the library like forever ago, and I read it. It was really good. Um, I read that. I've read Batman, Superman, Supergirl. I also own the animated films of those two, Public Enemies and Supergirl. Actually, I'm not sure if the animated film is actually called Supergirl. I think it's called something else, but the comic was really good. The animated film was really good. As for Doom Metal, I don't really follow Doom Metal too much, but maybe Ahab, Orange Goblin, Pentagram, Black Sabbath, if you consider them Doom. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know too much about Doom Metal. If you want to know Doom Metal stuff, check out Banger Television's episode on Doom Metal. There's quite a few on there. Yeah, Batushka's good. They're honestly like a really fantastic band. I really like Batushka. Yeah, I definitely need to get some more Goat Horror albums for sure. I need to get some Arch Goat albums. Goat Moon, definitely need to get some more Goat Moon albums. Anything with the word goat in it is normally pretty promising. I like the band Goat Penis. Yeah, weird name. Wyatt has suggested them a lot. They're actually pretty good too. Also, check out Brain Smashers project called Satan's Almighty Penis. Pretty sure that's the name of it, anyways. Correct me if I'm wrong. Pentagram, I have their Be Forewarned album, and that's it. But yeah, it's like almost 12:30 my time, guys. So I'm gonna have to wrap it up and call it a night. I really appreciate everyone joining me here. It was great to have you guys. Thanks for all your questions. Thanks for checking out the unboxing of the April Metalhead box with me. Go subscribe if you enjoy his content. That being Nick from Motley Crue Forever One. Great dude. Amazing vinyl collections and CD collections and tape collections and stuff like that. Fucking stellar dude, and probably has a better vocabulary than me when describing the albums and stuff he shows off. He definitely deserves a lot more subscribers and likes and activity on his channel. So check out Motley Crue Forever One, and stay sick, my friends. Cheers.